Hello everybody, it's Vectar here with the review today on the Saint Seiya Mythcloth EX Sagittarius Aiolos. I'm not 100% sure how to say his name properly. So here we go, here's the new EX figure. It's just released, I believe this week or last week. And let me tell you what, this thing is amazing. God, it's beautiful. I love it. The sculpt, the paint apps, the detail, just outstanding. I don't know. This will definitely be a centerpiece of anybody's Saint Seiya collection. This new EX line is just so much better looking. Even though the figures outside of the armor, like inside the armor, is very anorexic, but once you put it on, there you go. You know it's outstanding. You're really getting your money's worth, and these things are heavy, you know. I'd say in pounds it's probably maybe 3-4 pounds because of all the die cast. So there we go. So this is it. Let's get a little closer look. Sorry, my camera is not very good, so you probably can't see the full extent of the detail that's on this figure. Bow and arrows, his wings, very nice wings. They just protrude. Oh, sorry, this base is getting caught on the edge of my cut mat. You can see his hair, the back side of the wings, his legs. Zoom in a bit on the legs. And what I like about this figure in particular, it actually seems a lot more solid than the Aiolos that I got, the Leo. He doesn't feel like he's gonna fall apart like my Leo does, which is a very good plus. He feels a lot more sturdy, so like I could actually move him and not, you know, like be afraid that his side skirts and chest plate or shoulder pad or whatever is gonna just fall off, or his knee armor. Alright, let's have a look-see here. As you can see, he does have a fairly decent articulation. See, with the armor on, he could look up, he could look down, you know, the whole 360, and he could rock back and forth, because he does have two neck joints, one in the chest and one you know, inside the head itself, so that adds for a great deal of movement. Now his arms can move up so high, and it's on like a ball joint. I don't know how well you can see it. Yeah, but there's like a ball inside there. So you get, you know, pretty much basic articulation. And then the actual shoulder itself, right there, is on the, you know, is on the, I don't really remember what these kind of joints are called, but you know, like it does that. So if you wanted to, if the shoulder armor wasn't in the way, you could stick his arm straight up in the air. He does have rotation beneath the shoulder right here, right where the biceps starts, but it's very difficult to do it without moving everything too much. So I don't really like to mess with it too much. Saying much too much. Anyways, so in the elbow, get a decent bend. I believe it looks like it's 2 points of articulation right there, right it's like a Gundam there and there. That's good. Yeah, moving armor right here. His wrist on a peg, not a peg, but like on a ball joint, so you get full rotation all the way around. And there's like a swivel joint right there, so you could make his arms go up, his hand go up, and stuff like that. See, now his chest has multiple points of articulation, one up here and one down there. So you get a good down bend, good up bend, and you can move it up and bring it down, like so. And there's, like I said, there's a little articulation in the bottom of the waist, but I can't really get to it right now very well because a lot of interference there, but yeah, it's there. You can see that. And I don't want to move it too much. Like I said, the armors on these things could be a little fragile and fall off. Let's see, for a leg bend, about that high before the armor gets in the way. Backwards. Oh, there goes the armor. About that much. So this part just goes right here on the front skirt. Knee bend, like the elbows, has 2 points of articulation, so you could get decent bend like so. Like I said, the knees did bend, and the ankles, they go up and down. And I've seen in the picture that they kind of go left and right, but mine are really stiff and I'm afraid to bend it. So I don't know if it really does or not. So I'm not going to try it. I don't want to break it. But yeah, and if you could tell, I do have it on the stand. He does get a little bit top heavy because of the wings. So I got an official EX stand, as if you could check out the review on my channel. Articulation. Now let's get into the armor, which is very nice. It's like 3 or 4 different tones of like the gold. So you got like a light gold, like right here, that almost looks silver, like a darker gold, like a yellowish, more yellow gold you see on the hands and stuff, and then you got this like almost chrome gold, which is very nice. I don't know, it might actually be chrome, but I'm pretty sure it's gold. Let's see what else. His crest is removable, as you can see here. It's plastic, somewhat soft, but it feels like if you bend it too much it's going to break. There isn't a whole lot of give to it, and it connects via one little peg that goes right here into the forehead. You can see the hole. And all that does is just peg right in like so. That's simple enough. Now the wings, they do extend somewhat. Move back. They go down, and you can push them back, and you can do them more forward, whatever you like, but you gotta be careful because they do feel a little fragile and somewhat loose, so you can't keep like a very good pose like way up here like so. So I don't recommend just having them stick up unless you have something to support them. Now the shoulders do move. These under shoulder armors can move up and down. The skirts do move. So, but you gotta be careful because if they do rub together you could scratch everything. You don't want to do that. That's about it on the actual movable armor parts. He comes with a few accessories. With his arrow, which you could attach right there, and if you've got one of his open, like clenched fist hands that I'll show you in a bit, you slide it in there, and it could be like he's holding it. And he also comes with an arrow shooting hand. What you see right here? You can see there's like a little hole right there between the fingers, and the end of this arrow, as you can see, it's like a little, like a peg. Just sticks right in there, and it holds it. Now for his other hand, as you can see, his shooting hand has a index finger pointing out, and the bow does separate, like so, and just plugs in back like that. Very nice. And here is the shooting hand. Let's just move that to the move back a little bit. Let's see. Now he does come with the cape if you don't want to use the wings. It is fully movable. It's the same cape that comes on the Leo, and I'm sure all the other few that are out already. He comes with multiple faces. The closed eye face. A yelling face. A looking to the side serious face. He comes with a normal hairpiece, so if you don't want to have the big hole in the middle, if you don't want him with the crown. So multiple sets of hands. Two open palm. Two grasping open palm hands. Two clenched fists. Here's the arrow holding hand. You just pull apart. So you gotta be careful with this arrow. You only get one, and it's feels kind of brittle, so you don't want to be moving it too much, which I'm afraid of doing for this review. But yeah, there's like a little hole right in there, and you should be able to just stick it in, like so. But I don't want to do it too much because you could scrape the gold paint off of it, and that one would be nice. And the other one's stuck, but he has two normal fist hands with no armor on the back, on the fronts. As an added bonus, you get a Seiya head with this, which is very nice. You could have Sagittarius Seiya. And he does come with two separate hair pieces, so you could put the crown on and one normal. Zoom in a bit. Move the accessories to the side. Let's remove the head. Simply just pops off with the peg. Let's remove the crown. To put the Seiya head on, you're going to have to remove this little mullet with the front, this main face, which just pegs right in like that. As you can see, they just peg right in. Basic figure. You got to remove this neck piece. Get the Seiya head. Remove the front hair, remove the face, which is it's fairly tight, so that's very nice, so you don't have to worry about the faces just falling off. There's like a little groove in there, and there's like a groove right there, so you just pretty much just slide it right in. you go. Now, unfortunately, it only comes with the one Seiya face, looking sideways. So you're going to have to get the normal Seiya to go with this if you want to have the multiple faces. Let's get the one with the hole in it. Attach that like so. Move the peg so it fits. Stick it on there. Now, I just noticed right now, because this is the first time I put the head on, the skin tone is actually darker than the body. So I don't know if that's like a good... So that you might want to keep that in mind when you have him posed. So there you go. There's Seiya with the Sagittarius armor. Not too bad. Missing a hand, but you know, it's alright. Okay, and there you have it. Seiya with the Sagittarius armor ready to shoot. And it took me a good 4 to 5 minutes to actually get the hands lined up fairly decently. So that wasn't very pleasant. Now let's just compare them with the only other EX that I have. As you can see, they're pretty much the same height, which isn't very show accurate if you have the Seiya head on there. He should be shorter. Details, are fairly good on the same, except I find him to be a little more fragile and more loose, like the armor's gonna fall off. Like I said, it's much more sturdy on the Sagittarius. And the hands are actually easier to put on. For some reason, the hands on this are very difficult. But yeah, that's the both of them together. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any more at this moment, besides the Taurus when that comes out, because the Taurus is actually my sign. So I'm looking forward to that next year, hopefully. Oh. I guess that wraps this up. So this is Vector with the Saint Seiya Myth Cloth EX review on the Sagittarius Seiya and Aiolos, or Aiolos, whatever his name is. Thanks for watching.